Let's just jump right in with a quick challenge. Do you listen at music or listen to music? Now, if you aren't a native speaker, you might actually pause here for a second. Why would one be right and the other wrong? Well, think of prepositions like the interlocking shapes on a puzzle piece. A verb or an adjective is one half of that puzzle, and it needs the exact right preposition to just snap into place and create a clear picture. If you force the wrong one, the pieces just don't fit, and the sentence just sounds off. So today, we're going to figure out exactly which pieces lock together perfectly. Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll look at the perfect word pairs. Second, verbs and their prepositions. Third, a closer look at the word look. Fourth, adjectives and prepositions. And finally, number 5, mastering used to. Starting off with Section 1, the perfect word pairs and the golden grammar rule. So before we start matching our puzzle pieces, we really need to lay the concrete foundation for everything else we're going to talk about today. And here is that golden rule. Prepositions are always followed by a noun or the ing form of a verb. That's it. That is the rule. If you ever find yourself holding a preposition and wondering what on earth to put directly after it, you have exactly 2 choices. It's either a person, place, or thing, your noun, or it's an action word ending in ing. Let's see exactly how this rule applies in a real sentence. Take a look at this noun example. Arthur is good at tennis. The preposition at is immediately followed by the noun tennis. Fits perfectly. Now, what about an action? Check out our ing verb example. Arthur is good at playing the piano. See, again, the preposition is at, but this time it's followed by the verb playing. You would never say Arthur is good at play the piano. You absolutely need that ing. So keep this golden rule tucked in the back of your mind as we move forward. Moving right along to Section 2, verbs and their prepositions. Let's find the right partner. And this brilliantly illustrates the answer to our opening question. She is listening to music on her phone, definitely not listening at music. When it comes to the verb listen, its permanent lifelong partner is the preposition to. They're literally locked together. Now, there are quite a few of these permanent pairs, and honestly, learning them is totally essential. When you're anticipating something, you wait for it, like John is waiting for his mistake. When it comes to ownership, the verb is belong, and the preposition is to. This bicycle belongs to the hotel. When you're requesting something, you ask for it, like I usually ask for a black coffee. And of course, when money is changing hands, you pay for something. Let me pay for our tickets. The trick here is to try and visualize these verbs and prepositions as single units of meaning rather than 2 separate words. All right, Section 3. A closer look at look. One verb, many meanings. So there's this special category of verbs called phrasal verbs, where just adding a different preposition completely transforms the meaning of the action. It's wild. Let's see how this chameleon-like verb builds across 4 very distinct meanings. Step 1. If you direct your eyes towards something, you look at it, right? Like a photograph or a book. Step 2. What if you've lost something and you're trying to find it? Well, the preposition changes. You look for a lost key. Step 3. Now what if you're taking care of someone? You don't look at them or look for them, you look after them. For example, you look after children. And finally, Step 4. When you're excited about an event in the future, you use the phrase look forward to, like a future party or a holiday. See how powerful these prepositions are? They literally steer the verb into entirely different definitions. I actually want to briefly highlight this last one, because it is an incredibly useful phrase in everyday conversational English. I am looking forward to my holiday. It just perfectly captures that specific feeling of happy anticipation. And hey, notice the golden rule in action here. To is the preposition, and it's followed directly by the noun phrase, my holiday. Now for Section 4, adjectives and prepositions, describing how we feel. It turns out descriptive words also have strict, non-negotiable preposition partners, especially when we're describing how we feel or what we're capable of. So, if you have a skill or a weakness, you use good at or bad at, like I'm good at geography but bad at maths. When a topic captures your attention, you're interested in it. I'm interested in all your news. Fear? That partners with of. He is afraid of mice. And a sense of achievement also partners with of. Lucy is proud of winning a medal. Actually, let's pause right there and look at that last example. Lucy is proud of winning a medal. Boom! There's our golden rule again. The preposition of is perfectly followed by the ing verb, winning. It really all connects.
Now, what's really interesting about this is an extremely common mistake that even advanced learners make. When someone does well and you want to express your joy for their achievement, you might be super tempted to say, "I'm happy for her success." But in English, the correct pairing is, "I'm happy about her success." You see, you can be happy for a person, but you are happy about a thing or a situation. Definitely make a mental note of that one.
Bringing us to Section 5, Mastering Used to. Old habits versus new changes.
This right here is a major point of confusion for so many learners. The phrase used to, when used just with the verb to be, like I am used to or he was used to, describes a state of being. It's simply what you already know well. It's a comfortable routine, like getting up early. You don't even have to think about it. But on the flip side, adding the word get creates an action. Get used to describes the active and honestly sometimes difficult process of adapting to something completely new, like moving to a new school.
To make this grammatical concept a bit more concrete, let's introduce a narrative anchor from our source material. Meet Hiroshi. He's a visitor traveling from Japan to Britain. Now, Hiroshi is experiencing some major culture shock, which gives us the absolutely perfect scenario to test our understanding of used to versus get used to.
So the crucial point here is visualizing Hiroshi's transition. Notice the things from Japan that Hiroshi already knew really well. Japan, just like Britain, drives on the left. So he was used to driving on the left. He was used to traffic jams, and he was used to expensive shops. No adaptation required, right? But when he arrived in Britain, it was a whole new environment. He had to get used to speaking English every day. He had to get used to eating British food. And he had to get used to British money. This was an active process of adapting to totally unfamiliar things. If you can just remember Hiroshi's journey, I promise you will never mix up these two phrases again.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground today in this explainer. From the golden rule of ing verbs and nouns to the chameleon verb look, all the way to the culture shock of Hiroshi getting used to Britain. The absolutely best way to lock these perfect pairs into your memory is to use them right away in your own life. So, I'm going to leave you with a question pulled directly from the source material to get you practicing. What are you looking forward to? Think of your answer, make sure you use that perfect preposition pair, and never forget your golden rule. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and I genuinely look forward to explaining our next topic with you.